because I don't know whether you would be looking on the Red Dwarf website, but I'm sure it must be mentioned on there now that there will be a series. Well, the biggest obstacle has been negotiating Craig out of Coronation Street for that period of time, because he wants to go back into Coronation Street. I can understand that, maybe. Personally, I wouldn't, but then, you know, I'm not him. You know, he obviously has found a very good, comfortable lifestyle career there, and you know, he wants to go back in it. But Red Dwarf will be shot at the end of this year, going into early next, and will be transmitted sometime in 2012. And the idea, I believe, is to do 6 episodes of it, and make it really, from what I can gather, as much like the later 1 to 8 series as possible. So,
is it going to dovetail into what was Back to Earth? Is that now counted as?
That I don't know. I don't know where it will start, where it will end, whether I'll have an H or not. You know, these are all things we'll have to find out.
Right. Okay then. Let's open it up then. I apologise before. I haven't got a radio mic. I've got a very long lead, so you'll have to give me some time to get to you. Questions from the audience. I'm going for the lady on the front row here.
Who looks like a pop singer from Canada.
Thank you. Maybe I should go.
She's older than you. No, she's older than you. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Katie Lang.
Who?
Katie Lang. Yeah.
Oh,
you're a bit Katie Lang.
Oh, thank you. I think that's good, isn't it?
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yes, it is good. Yeah. She's a great singer.
Going back to series 1, if you can think.
Yeah, I can remember that. Yeah.
What happened to all the fish in Fish Rain?
Oh God, I don't remember that.
Is that something about the
Mr. Dream
in Warsaw?
Yeah, the mayor of Warsaw, and then you had all
when
these
they chucked in the fish came up.
Spontaneously,
Yeah.
the fish. What happened to them?
There was loads of them.
Oh, we ate them. I don't know what happened to them, but
I think in those days, yeah, they might have just been
real fish, and it was.
Yeah,
I think that was.
These days, they would have been hurriedly put back into a tank, and they would have had a better dressing room than the actors.
So they ended up in the BBC canteen.
No, I got them all. That's how much I got paid for fish.
That was his fee.
That sums it up beautifully. I was paid.
It was a dark day for the fish. The gentleman over here.
Norman, can you tell us why you're not going to be in the new series?
Read it in my book. I'm not doing any more work for Grant Naylor because of the appalling way I've been treated by them over the years, and I just had enough with them, so that's it.
Is that why they changed to Hilly?
Sorry?
Is that why they got changed to Hilly?
I don't know what they can do when they like, but I won't be doing it, no.
Because you sort of came back, didn't you, in the later...
Yeah, I mean, I did. When I came back, I felt it was never the same. You know, the writers had split up then, and in a way, I regret going back to it because I felt I'd done my contribution to the first and second series live on well to this day. The gags, the episodes all live on, and that's the test of good comedy, and it works really well. And in series 8, I don't know if I said anything funny in series 8. It was a struggle, and it was a struggle to even. It just wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same.
Gentleman here.
I was just actually wondering, are Grant and Naylor coming back together to do the next series, or is it just going to be one of them?
Well, I think they get on now, don't they? They talk to each other. We don't even know the reason they split up. Their money probably was.
Well, I went to a reunion of a radio show that they wrote back in the 80s called Son of Cliche with Nick Wilson and Nick Maloney. And Rob was at that, as was Doug. And yeah, it was almost like old times. They were, they're perfectly friendly with each other, but I just don't think Rob will be involved. And that's what I've heard as we stand today in early June 2010, so 2011, actually. Spot the mistake, sir. So no, in 2011, June 2011, I don't think Rob will be involved. It looks like Doug will be writing the pieces. Sorry?
Definitely, yeah.
Well,
without a doubt.
yeah, look, I mean, with any writing partnership, I think it was Craig, all of us were thinking, you know, when we knew Rob wasn't going to be around, we were thinking, well, it's like Wham. Which one's George Michael and who's Andrew Ridgeley, you know?
I don't think you could describe the two writers like the Wham situation, because Andrew Ridgeley did fuck all.
Yeah.
Sorry. Excuse my hand.
No, I was about to say that, but not quite as eloquently.
Straight to the point.
There was no. The point I'm making is there was no Andrew Ridgeley, because when Rob and Doug wrote, strangely enough, it was Rob who walked around the room, you know, doing all the voices. You know, he was the sort of punk. You know, he was the John Lennon. He was the one who visibly looked as if he was the creator. But in fact, it was a big two-handed process, because obviously when Rob wasn't around, you know, we were going, hey, Craig was saying, is it Doug? Was Doug Andrew Ridgeley? We don't know, do we? We'll have to find out. You know, we'll see what the first script's like. You know, we'll see what it's going to be like. And of course, it was good. You know, so we thought, well, actually, you know, we were all along. You know, Doug was a creator as well. So, I don't know. I think you look at what Doug's done on his own, and it's been absolutely brilliant. And I've got absolutely no worries at all about how good and effective the scripts are going to be in Series 10.